Respect. Respect in the trades is paramount. And this is going to be tip number 3 on the 4-part series. And today we're just going to get into it with how you need to earn your respect and you need to show respect to the people that have been in the trades for a very long time. So if you've watched my videos before this, then you've realized that there's a lot of steps to really finding the perfect job in the trades and then having that perfect career in the trades as well. And the final step to having a perfect career that you're going to really enjoy and a job that you're really going to enjoy is the respect factor. And respect comes in a lot of ways. You give it out and you get it in return. And what I'm saying for the people who are new to the trades is that you need to start dishing out respect. There's people out there that have been doing this for 20, 30, 40 years, and it takes a big wear on your life and your body and your mind. And you need to start respecting the people that have gone through all these years and have bled and sweat for where they are. And one of the perfect ways for you to show respect to the people in the trades that have been around for a long time is to respect the knowledge that they have. I know me personally, when I first got into the trades, I thought I knew everything. I was reading books, I was watching videos, and I was doing stuff on my own. I thought I knew everything, and honestly, now looking back, I bet you the people that I worked with at the time just could not stand me at all and probably didn't have any respect for me. And the main reason that I'm trying to stress this so much, the knowledge aspect, is that you just can't learn everything on YouTube and reading books. You just need to do it hands-on. And that's where the knowledge comes in, is years and years of wisdom that these people have. And if you followed all these steps and you found the right company so far, and you're working on this final step of getting respect in the company, then most likely the company you're working for and the people that are there for a reason. They probably do a pretty good job and they are respected in their own aspect of the company. And the knowledge that they have and that they can pass down to you, it will help you so much in life if you just show them respect. If you listen intently to what they're telling you, if you're doing something that you've done a million times a certain way and they just have a better way of doing it, just listen. Maybe have a little bit of a debate about which way's better, but in the end, if their way's better, then, which most likely if they've been doing it for years and years beyond your skills, then that's a really good way to gain respect from people, is to be able to acknowledge that you've learned something from them. And people love to hear that. When people love to teach, people just absolutely love to teach, especially in the trades. They might have a weird way of going about it, but when you acknowledge that you've learned something from somebody, they really appreciate that. And that's just a really good way to get respect from people. And another way to get respect from people in the trades is to understand that people who have been in this for years and years, you start to work slower over time just because of all the wear on your body and everything that you're going through. All those years just wears on you and you slow down. But when you're slowing down, it's not only because of the wear that you're doing on your body. It's because of the knowledge that you have. And you learn to work smarter. You learn to step back and take a second and really think out what's the best way of tackling something instead of just rushing into it. And you don't learn that for many years. And you can get extreme amount of respect from people if you don't bash on other people in the trades for working slowly, because there might be a reason why they're doing that. It might not just because they've treated their body poorly their entire lives. That could be a reason why they're working slowly, but if they're a very good worker and they've been working at the company for a very long time and they're respected in the company, it's most likely because they have a smarter way of doing something and a better way of doing something. And that's just another moment where you can learn something that maybe rushing in like a bull isn't always the best option. And I found in my past that it almost never is the right option. Maybe sometimes if you have a really harsh deadline or there's an emergency, like you cut a water line or something, then maybe you need to go rush around and make sure you get that water turned off or whatever the scenario is. But for the most part, I've noticed that when people work slowly, there's mostly a reason why they do is because they're being methodical about what they're doing. They're really thinking out everything, every move that they're making, and they're trying to do everything. And in the end, it actually is faster because they're working smarter. It might not seem that way, but the jobs get done faster. They do, let me tell you. And if you can just take a step back and take a breath and really just get on the page of the people who are running the jobs and make sure you're listening to what they have to say, you're going to get a lot of respect from them because even though you're a lot quicker and if you haven't been doing it for years, I'm sure you can move 10 times faster than them, but that isn't always the right thing to do. It really just isn't. Sometimes that's how you make mistakes, and that's how you cost a lot of money to the jobs, and it in the end it adds to more labor on a job. So listening to the people that have been working at the company for a long time and just watching how they work, sometimes from the sidelines while you're working, you should just pay attention to what they're doing. They might be just standing there and you think that they're just daydreaming, but they're probably really thinking of something mathematical or methodical. They're really just sitting there trying to figure out what's the best way to tackle something. And these 2 points really meld into my next point, and it's going to make a big difference in your just day-to-day life, is that you want to be on their good side and you don't want to be on their bad side. Because showing up to a job site every single day and it's just a bad environment, it will take a wear on your life. You'll bring that home with you, and that's just going to be a downward spiral. You're just going to be waking up miserable, going to bed miserable, and you don't want that. You want to have a good experience. So if you from the get-go can just get into this job that you want to make a career and just shed all your feelings of you might know everything and your way is the best way, and you just go into it with open arms and just treat these people that potentially are your bosses or your coworkers with respect, then you're going to most likely get on their good side. You don't want to be on their bad side. It's really just going to be an issue. And I actually have a story about how I got on somebody's bad side one time, and I didn't really at the time see I thought I was in the right. I didn't think I was in the wrong. So basically what happened was I was rushing into a situation. We got a bunch of cabinets to our kitchen that we were remodeling, and got them all into a room, and I was undoing the cardboard around all the cabinets, and I tipped one of the cabinets and the door came sliding open and it hit another cabinet. And it didn't do any damage. It was an accident. It didn't do any major damage. I don't think it even did any damage at all. But the person running the job at the time said a remark to me like, "Hey, you need to slow down." Like, and it became a confrontation, and he ended up actually pushing me and getting physical. It didn't go very far, but it would still put hands on me for a second. And for a year, maybe year and a half after that, it was just an uncomfortable situation. I didn't have to work with him all the time, and that probably was one of the reasons I didn't work with him all the time, because we had a confrontation like that. But how much more I could have learned from this person potentially if I would have just been like, "Oh, hey, sorry, like I didn't even realize I was going fast," or "It won't happen again," or "My bad," or whatever. Just treating that moment so much differently could have changed the trajectory of my career. Honestly, I could have maybe learned so much more. I could have gotten tips on tools that are gonna help me out and make my life easier. But instead, I went down a different path where for like a year and a half, like I said, it was just tension in the air every time we worked together. We didn't really talk to each other. We just kind of were quiet and did our own thing and just were grumpy. And just as of recently, I realized that, you know what, maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. And I need to mend this relationship. So good ways to cut the tension is to maybe get some food or something, offer to buy someone a lunch. Like just the other day, I brought in for everybody, we were doing a demolition, I brought in donuts and coffee. Didn't no one asked me to do that, but just doing something like that just instantly cuts the tension. It really does. Maybe not everybody has the money to do something like that, but just a small gesture could really change a whole situation. It honestly could. And it could turn a bad situation or bad vibes into good vibes. And throughout this whole series, if you haven't realized from it yet, you want good vibes on a job, because that's just going to benefit you so much more. People are going to be open to teach you things. People are going to be open to want to hear what you have to say. There's going to be laughs. There's going to be good times on the job, and that's just what you want. You don't want to be on people's bad sides. You want to be on people's good sides. And all these things that I'm saying in this video to gain respect from other people, if you could follow through on all these things and actually acquire that respect, then you're going to be in a much better place, because people are going to start trusting your opinion then. Because maybe you do have some better ways about doing things. There's always a different way to do something, and sometimes people who have been doing something for 40 years are just stuck in that way of doing something. So I'm not trying to say that they have all the answers. They don't have all the answers. But dishing out that respect first and acquiring those people's respect will then give you a better platform for actually putting your ideas out there, and people are going to actually listen to them. People are going to hear you when you say, hey, maybe we should do that differently. Maybe we should do this first, or maybe we should move this over here so it doesn't get damaged, or maybe let's just not even mess with that today. Maybe we'll do something else today. All these things they're built on a foundation of respect. And the only way to really get respect is to dish out the respect first, or be really skilled. That's a good way to get respect too, is to be very, very skilled and professional, coming in clean cut. Back to the video I just did, sharpening your lifestyle. People are going to take notice of you when you sharpen your lifestyle. You're going to gain respect from these people when you're showing up clean cut every day, got your meal, looking good, not smelling like garbage. That they're going to respect you. It's a small thing, but it's very true. People do not want to work next to somebody who stinks all day or is just rude all day. All these things are going to help you get respect, and it's just going to benefit you more. You're going to climb the ladder faster, you're going to make friends with people faster, and your career is going to skyrocket from that when you get respect. And these all mainly have applied to if you're working with someone. So let's say a coworker. You're out in the field, you're on a commercial site, a residential site, and you're gaining respect from these people, and that is paramount. You have to be respected by the people that you're working with every single day. But let's switch gears a little bit and move to the office field employee relationship. And if you can gain respect from the office, then that's going to just be a perfect trajectory for your career. It's going to just go parabolic. If they respect you, it's gonna make a big difference. And good ways to make them respect you is showing up on time every day. I cannot tell you how many guys that I have worked with over the years where they do not show up on time. That's the easiest thing that anybody can do, is wake up. Everyone makes a mistake. Your alarm might not go off. Whatever the situation is, some days you're just not going to come in on time, and people understand that. But 99% of the time, you should be coming in on time. And by on time, I mean 15 minutes early. I come in 30 to 15 minutes early every single day, just to kind of collect myself and collect my thoughts, maybe have a drink of my coffee just in the van before I'm about to start the day. But it's just a good way to where you're not rushing into your day. Because if you're rushing into your day, it's just gonna be a bad day, and people are gonna pick up on that vibe. But showing up every day on time or early is gonna be translated to the office as you're you're a good employee. They want to keep you around. They want to keep people around who are showing up and eager to work every day. And that's gonna that's not only going to increase your wages, you would have a better platform to actually get increased wages, because you probably, the majority of the people you're going to be working with don't show up on time. I mean, that's just part of a stigma in this field, but it's true. People just don't show up on time. They don't think they have to, and they leave early. They take really long lunch breaks. If you can eliminate all those things, then it's going to really help you, and it's going to help in the way that the office workers look at you. And also, going back to the video that I just made, the sharpening of your lifestyle and looking good is going to make the office respect you too. They want people looking good on their jobs. They want the homeowners or the clients on the commercial site to see you, and you're the face of the company. I mean, you should be wearing a uniform of some sort, but if you don't have uniforms in the company that you work at, you should have nice shirts, nice pants. You should be looking presentable, your hair combed, shaved. You should be looking very well, because you're the face of the company, and the office employees are going to respect you so much more if you're getting your name mentioned from the customers. If the customers are calling in and saying, hey, Zach did just a phenomenal job. He came in on time. He was really clean about everything that he did, and he did a phenomenal job. The product that he put out there was really great. Them hearing that constantly over and over again, these good reviews and good experiences, are going to not only increase your wages, but it can increase your responsibilities at the company. You can move up into a lead position. You can start running jobs. Maybe you can start running multiple jobs, or you can start estimating jobs, or actually doing stuff in the office. Maybe they'd be more willing to train you in office work if you wanted to move into that situation at some point. But like I said at the beginning of this video, respect is paramount, and you have to build a foundation of respect, especially in the trades, because people are not quick to dish out respect in the trades. You have to prove to people that you're a quality person, and you do quality work, and you care about what you're putting out there, and that you're not just some lowlife off the streets just looking to steal tools and steal time, because there's plenty of them out there. There's so many people out there that you're going to be competing against, that you can just take these simple steps and you will shine. I mean, honestly, in this trade or in this field, any of the trades, if you just take these simple tips that I've taught you through this 4-part series and just apply them, you should have no issue, not an issue at all, getting a good quality job, getting good benefits, and having a good career where you have a path to move forward. It's just building blocks that it's gonna propel your life. You're gonna be looking so much better than a person could probably get hired at the same time as you, and if they don't follow these steps that I've laid out, they'll be doing the same thing 10 years later, because people just don't in this field. If they don't respect you, you're done. You're done. They're gonna keep you exactly where you're at. You're just a grunt. You're a laborer, and that's where you're gonna stay. And if you can find that level of respect with people, you're going to not only just have a good time, but you're going to actually increase your wealth, and you're going to increase your experiences and your experience in the job. So this is the final part of the 4-part series. I hope that this 4-part series has actually given you a lot of value. I took a lot of time to think of a lot of the experiences that I've had in my life in the trades, and just tried to break them down for you all to make just simple, actionable steps that you can take to not only get your first job, or if you've been in the trades for a very long time, to find maybe even a better job, or increase the quality of the job that you already have, and maybe turn that job into a career and look at things a little bit differently. So if you all could hit the subscribe button down below. If I gave you any value, I hope I did. If I didn't give you value, then Maybe on the next one I can give you some value. But if I did give you value, please hit the subscribe button, because I will be putting out content uh, every other day, trying for weekly right now, but I want to put more content out there because I want people back into the trades and to start this conversation of what we can do moving forward and make people want to be in the trades, and what, not only about people getting in the trades, but what's going to be happening to the construction industry as a whole, because there's going to be some huge changes happening. So leave a comment down below if you have any ideas of what the future holds for the construction industry, or if this brought you any value. Please let me know. If you found a job that you just love, or you have a job that you love, or you transitioned from a job you did not love to one that you did, please leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.